There are other parts of London that are huge sort of creative powerhouses as well, but Hackney has had the benefit of having a history of being creative. Mare Street was the home of the textile industry in the 1800s. So it's no coincidence that places hold on to their knowledge and hold on to their histories.
We've realised quite how special the borough of Hackney is, that apart from anything else, they're strategically engaged across the creative industries.
The designers flourish in this area. The manufacturers are all over London, but there's quite a proliferation of them around here, Stratford, so access to that is really easy.
It was very clear that there was a demand from fast-rising growth labels to be able to locate in this area, and there just wasn't affordable, appropriate space available for them to make studios. So that told us a big part about what we had to do with the building.
It's understandable that you want to be right where the action is. And in our case, we've noticed that the action is Hackney.
All of this fertility is happening here.
This is the area that they feel comfortable, that they want to be. They live around here as well.
Space set itself up in '68 as a self-supporting artist-led organisation, and it proved seminal in the UK and internationally.
A space has somehow been able to do it since the 1960s, which is that's a very important fact.
This was a meeting place particularly for people working in new media or with specific technical knowledge. Future experimental activities that make up the energetic creativities of space. Most of this is invisible, informal, but very powerful barter economy and network based on a spirit of generosity and reciprocity.
As we started looking at the makeup of the creative community around here, it very quickly became clear that fashion was the thing to be working with.
We spent the last 10 years creating a launch pad for fresh British talent. What we've recognised more than anything is not only about growing the business, predominantly it's about growing the person. We found we had businesses that were growing so fast that when they got to the end of their 2 years, they really needed to have decent studio space to move into, and it's really hard for a designer to find a space.
That there is a porous nature to the creative community in Hackney, so that fine artists, musicians, people that work in film, people that work in radio, all kind of know of each other, and there is a reputation economy that happens.
A lot of what they're doing now is joining people together, and that's probably the single most powerful thing that an authority can do.
It's that community that they draw their sort of enthusiasm from, and the people they respect.
If you get the peer-to-peer dynamics right, then 90% of what any individual business needs to know, that knowledge is there somewhere in this amniotic community.
Looking at communities of work and communities of practice as families is something that has also come up in the research.
It's actually the love of community of a significant proportion of the members that makes the whole thing work.